And now, please welcome back to the stage Chief Data Evangelist, Daniel Mintz.
We made it to the end of day 2. Awesome. We've got Cal Fussman here to talk about changing the questions that you're asking. But before we do that, I have a couple of orders of business to take care of. The first is actually to answer a question that I've gotten from a bunch of people about yesterday's demo, which is, did it really only cost $600 to offset all of the carbon from all of the people who traveled here? And the answer is, kind of. It's complicated. So I'm not going to bore you with the details of the differences between carbon offsets and renewable energy credits, and let's not get into it. Suffice to say, the market for carbon offsets is kind of complicated, and depending on who you ask about what kind of offsets, they cost very different amounts. So to just be extra sure, rather than purchasing $600 worth of carbon offsets, we use the most conservative estimate and actually just purchased $6,000 worth of carbon offsets. So just wanted to clear that up. We use Cloverly, which is a great service that literally just does carbon offsets via API. Was great and really easy to use. They didn't pay me to say that. So one thing that I wanted to do was to shout out the winners of our Looker Partner Network Awards. Our ecosystem, our partners are absolutely critical to our success and to your success. We appreciate them so much. So I wanted to specifically call out Yeti, who won our best data application solution, Dacity for our best vertical solution, Clarity Insights for our best enterprise BI transformation solution, Wipro, our best global system integrator, Snowflake, our best multi-cloud offering, and Braze for our best data platform offering. Big round of applause for those folks. And then I also wanted to talk about what happened on Tuesday before many of you got here. On Tuesday, we held Looker Hack, which was our biggest hackathon yet. It was absolutely amazing. I'm sure many of you in the room participated. It was just packed to the gills with people building amazing stuff on Looker. There were more than 200 participants. We've actually been holding these all over the world. We recently had one in Chicago. We had one in London. This was the biggest, and I dare say the best yet. And if we haven't had one in your city, don't worry, we'll be there soon. They are so much fun. We had so many participants that we actually divided into 2 tracks, one for building applications on Looker's platform, and the other for doing data analytics with Looker. And we had so many great participants. The judges had an incredibly difficult job of picking the winners, but what they did was they came up with 2 folks who won our nearly best hack, which is our runner-up award. So I wanted to call those folks out. Dash Chat, they built this great application to allow dashboard users to actually chat with the owner of the dashboard right in the application. So you could say, hey, I don't understand this tile. Hey, can you change this? And they also had an emotional support lizard. I still don't quite understand what that was about, but they were there. So I wanted to call them out for their great hack. Yeah, big round of applause. And then we had Team Yuri, comprised of Yuri, who won last year's hackathon, was not content with just winning last year's hackathon, came back this year, wowed us with a tool that lets users figure out when they hit a piece of content that they can't access, who owns it, why they can't access it, how to contact that person to request access. So an absolutely great job by Yuri as well. Big round of applause for Yuri. And then I want to invite my friend Izzy, who is our community manager and ran the amazing hackathon up, to help me present the awards for the 2 best hacks. Thank you. You ready? Yeah. Okay, so the best hack for data analysis goes to Team Kabula and Friends. To let folks know what they did, they built this amazing analysis of the Join 2019 marketing campaign. They scraped Twitter data did sentiment analysis, natural language analysis, to figure out whether sponsor-based marketing was better than sponsor-based marketing. Absolutely amazing job by the folks at Team Kabula and Friends. And that brings us to our best hack in the application development category. This one kind of blows our minds. It is the Looker on Looker project from the Bytecode team. Big round of applause for them. I'll try my best to describe what Bytecode did. I still can't quite get my head around it. They built a metadata database of all of the LookML code, all of the content, compared it to the database schema that was actually powering it, let you create dashboards to show how people were navigating folders, to build data dictionaries, a lot more incredible stuff. This was the most concise way that we could actually describe it, which gives you some sense of how complex the thing that they did in just a day was. So big round of applause for all of our hackathon participants. Just amazing work. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. For over 4 decades, Cal Fussman has interviewed hundreds of the world's most influential individuals: Muhammad Ali, Jack Welch, Mikhail Gorbachev, Serena Williams, Jeff Bezos, Jimmy Carter, Kobe Bryant, Richard Branson. The list goes on and on. These are a lot of impressive folks that he's talked to. And now, as a New York Times bestselling author, keynote speaker, world-renowned interviewer, and host of the Big Questions podcast, which I'm sure many of you listen to, Fussman travels the world teaching the world's biggest companies, universities, and associations about leadership, storytelling, innovation, teamwork, and more. When Cal speaks, you're listening to everyone he's ever interviewed, lessons and stories from hundreds of world icons, all going through one man in a fedora, and I can confirm he is, in fact, wearing his fedora. He spent 10 straight years traveling the world, swimming over 18-foot tiger sharks, no thank you, rolling around with mountain gorillas in Rwanda, searching for gold in the Amazon. He boxed against then undefeated world champion Julio Cesar Chavez, also no thank you, won a James Beard Award, and served as a sommelier atop the World Trade Center. So please join me in giving a big round of applause to Cal Fussman. Welcome to the stage.